It's ism, never simping, never that. Forever going on, trying not to be a victim of what these bitches condone. So many claiming they game related, but playing in it dead wrong. Gotta keep my grip, gotta stay strong. If I slip, bitches and the system quick to get a nigga gone. Society's climate of entitlement, divide a bitch from good sense. So much so I'm getting sick of dealing with ignorant privilege.
What's up? What's happening? Yeah, living versus existing. Is there a difference? In my mind, there is. My disclaimer, feel free to disagree. I don't have all the answers, but I want to break down to you, in my mind, what the difference is between living and existing is, Existing is just a continuation while breathing in flesh. Stagnation, it might be a routine involved with that existence, but it's just, man, you get what I'm saying? Whereas life is vibrant, forever moving, progression, action, goals being, set in place and then achieved, and then more goals being set in place and achieved toward, the overall goal, which is, fulfillment in this thing we call life, To me, life would be like the bright side of our consciousness, and then existence is like the downside to our consciousness. You get what I'm saying? Both are consciousness stuff, It's a matter of how that consciousness is being handled. So in my mind, life is growing, building, learning, sharing, love. You get what I'm saying? Expression of that love. That's life. Having joy in the things that you do in your day-to-day, all that is attached to that lifestyle or life, whereas existence comes with depression, comes with feeling repressed, oppressed, there's really no silver lining sometimes when it comes to existence, but you can transition, in my mind, from existing into living. And then you can also downgrade or digress, I guess, or degress or regress, I guess, whichever one fits or works. You can regress, digress, or degress into existence from living, Now, why do I feel it important to bring this to your attention at this very moment? I feel as though in the times that we're living in right now, we have a lot of people that are existing but not living. Sometimes circumstances make it to where it's harder for us to understand how to live or the proper ways to get to a point of living. So we are trapped in the constant, arduous consciousness that is existence. You get what I'm saying? It's heavy. It's hopeless, At times I feel as though I'm just existing, when things are not panning out or shaking the way I would like them to shake. And I'm trying to maintain my lifestyle or get to a place where I could live my full, fulfilling, joyful life, Such is life, things don't always go our way. It's a pendulum swing, if you will. Sometimes you'll be living, other times you find yourself by way of necessity, circumstances, tragedy, what have you, existing, And nobody is better or less than in this dynamic in my mind, When it comes to living versus existence, the person that is just existing is no less than the person that is living. It's just that the person that is existing doesn't have the knowledge or understanding or the means or revenue or resources to get to a point of living, Most people say that money makes it easier or gives you access to living life. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you a complete human being, the most intelligent human being, It just makes you a person that has access by way of resources to living, and living in a country that is capitalistic, based on business, revenue, consumer, producer relationships and things like that. Access to resources allows you to participate in a society that is capitalistic, giving you more opportunities or options to live life. You get what I'm saying? The pursuit of happiness that's in your constitution. You get what I'm saying? If you feel that way. That right there is like a telltale sign of the principles that this country intended to live by. You get what I'm saying? The pursuit of happiness is what? The choice or the opportunity to live a free, liberated life. You get what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, who the Constitution wasn't meant for, they were just meant to exist while the others lived their life. You get what I'm saying? Which is why if you share my ancestry, if you come from my background, my lineage, you get what I'm saying? We were meant to exist to make it easier for those who were pursuing happiness to live their life. You know, property just exists. You get what I'm saying? You have a car, an apartment, a house, you know what I'm saying? Even to an extent, if we want to be for real, your pets, dogs, cats, they are existing because animals don't have the ability to reason, therefore understanding what it takes to live life. They are strictly instinct, primal. You get what I'm saying? Based on basic necessities that you handle and take care of. You get what I'm saying? And this country seeing our ancestors as property, you know what I'm saying? It's a matter of what you value, how you value that property, what value you place on that property. Because that's what the police do. They're here to protect property. The preamble and the Constitution was meant to protect the property of property owners. Now, do they value their property? It depends on the owner of the property. But they're living their life. They have the option and opportunity to decide whether they value that property or not. And the property is just meant to exist. You get what I'm saying? So therein lies the difference. You know, I kind of went off on the whole thing right there, but hopefully that laid out an example of the difference of living versus existence. You get what I'm saying? Now, to me, as far as the dynamic of power and powerless, you are more powerless in my mind if you're just existing. You get what I'm saying? There's so many other things left up to other outside entities to determine how your existence continues. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas if you're living life, you have a option to decide what course you take in the life that you're living. You get what I'm saying? Case in point, all the brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that are in prison at this very moment. They are existing, not to say that they can't make the best out of that existence. You know, there's examples in our history that we all know that I can say the name of a person right now or people that you might know in your life, you know what I'm saying, that have made the best of existing in prison, in prison, blah, blah, blah. But that's not living. You get what I'm saying? Living is the opposite of death, right? Life is the opposite of death. You get what I'm saying? So living is the opposite of dead, right? To me, existence is closer to death than life. Do you get what I'm saying? Though we're conscious, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that living and existing shares is consciousness. Your eyes are open, you're seeing and going through the motions while existing, and you're moving and shaking while living. You know what I'm saying? But you're both conscious. But existence to me is closer to death than it is to living, because existence takes no brain power. All you have to do is get up, breathe, and then go through a routine you might have, or do what is told of you by the person that is living, what have you, what have you. Now, this is the trippy part right here. This is gonna flip you out. This is gonna trip you out. The COs that oversee the prisoners or inmates that are in prison that are existing, in that dynamic, the powerful and the powerless, the powerful has more access to freedom. Therefore, they are in a powerful position in that dynamic over the existing. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, they are living based on the decisions that are made. Now, when they leave that job, they take that uniform off and go to the crib, they might just be existing in their everyday, day-to-day life. You get what I'm saying? They might just be existing there. They might not be living because of the amount they might make. You get what I'm saying? It's a matter of access to opportunity that makes living versus existence opposites or adversaries. You know what I'm saying? Or contrary to one another. the access to opportunities. You know, the family you're born into determines the access you have in the society, the resources that you come into this life with, or this existence with. You get what I'm saying? That being said, life versus existence, you get what I'm saying? It just boils down to opportunity, options. You know, the option list just exists. You get what I'm saying? Those who have resources and options are living. So that being said, you know, life versus existence, that was my breakdown. Feel free to disagree. Put comments down below if you see it a different way. Let me know. I'm all ears. Yes, indeed. I intend to live. I hope for you that you intend to live. You know, existing can change or graduate or evolve into living. But don't let living devolve into existence. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's another one for you. I'm out the way. Hope you got something out of that. But hey, yeah.
I'm trying to get the heavy Chevy or the daddy caddy. Sadly, you misusing that fatty. Wanna make me happy? Let me mend and send your anatomy. Even when you're mad at me, follow instructions gladly. If you intend to have it with me, get in the habit with me. Don't let me find out that you come to run drag action on me.